I don't see why they ain't let me go on something simple like that.
Never mind about the no return.
Just take the
Okay, Mr. Merrick's, I do have the plea form that you signed. Did you have any questions about the rights on the form?
I know.
And she says you're gonna enter a plea of no contest. Did anybody force you or threaten you to do that today?
No.
And sir, you were born here in the United States?
Yes.
Okay. So at this time, I'll go ahead and accept your plea. I will withhold adjudication. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've served here in the Orange County Jail, and I'll release you from this charge and this charge only. There are court costs, but I'll give you a year to pay that back. If you need longer, just write to me and we can get you some more time if you need it. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Oh, oh. Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you Deanna Thomas? And were you born September 24th of 1997? You're here on case number 2023 MO168AO. It's a city ordinance of disorderly conduct. Were we going to resolve it?
Yes, the offer from the state is a withhold of adjudication, credit time served. Ms. Thomas would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
And Ms. Thomas, I do have the plea form you signed. Any questions on the rights on the form? And she says you're gonna enter a plea of no contest. Did anybody force you or threaten you to do that? And you understand if you're not a US citizen, entering a plea could subject you to deportation?
I do understand, yes.
Okay. Ma'am, I'll withhold adjudication. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've previously served. I'll release you from this charge and this charge only. There are court costs, which I'll give you a year to pay. Okay? Good luck, ma'am. Thank you. And are you Miss Cobb? Hi. Were you born on March 18th of 1993?
Yes.
Okay, so ma'am, you're here on a charge of 2023 CF 1335AO. It's a charge of resisting an officer with violence. I can go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And does she qualify?
No, she did not, Your Honor.
Okay.
But her
About-
prints have cleared.
And what?
Or her prints still haven't cleared, but she did not qualify.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna lower the bond to $500, ma'am. And then they just need your prints to clear, but that shouldn't take that long. So I'll go ahead and give you a bond of $500 and you're all set, okay? Good
Do you
luck.
have any idea how to contact my dad? They had cut the power off here like twice. I have like, I don't have his number. I look crazy here. I went to school here, got hurt here. The power shut off here completely. Do you have any way to contact Ephraim Brooks for me?
I don't, but I would talk to your attorney. They might be able to help you. They
I
also,
don't have one.
you do. I just gave you one and she just gave you the phone number for him, okay?
Please don't touch my.
And sir, so I don't butcher your last name, it's Junior St. Fleur? St. Flair, okay. And Counselor, can I get you to put your name on the record?
Mona Abraham on behalf of Juniors St. Clair.
Okay, so, sir, you are here on case number 2023 CF 759 80, and this is a charge of aggravated fleeing and eluding and leaving the scene of a crash with injuries. Judge Tynan is the one who determined probable cause. I just need to set your bond. Ms. Abraham, was there anything that you wanted to let me know? It doesn't look like, he doesn't qualify for PTR, but it doesn't look like he has a lot of history at all.
No, correct, Your Honor, he doesn't. He grew up here in Orlando. He has 4 children, has a apartment with it, and he's on the lease. And he's been working at Cisco for 7 years. If we could have a bond, a reasonable bond in the amount of $2,500 for the first and maybe $100 for the second charge. I believe that's a second-degree misdemeanor.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll go ahead and set $2,500 on count one, $100 on count two. This is assigned to Division 16, and you're all set.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Is this Cornelius Broadus?
Excuse me?
Are you Mr. Broadus?
Yeah, Mr. Cornelius Brothers.
Okay, thank you. Sir, you're here on 2023 MM 565AO. This is a charge that came down from felony, but the state filed an misdemeanor information for trespass. We gonna resolve this one?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt. Credit time served, no return to 190 South Orange Avenue. There's also a cost investigation in the amount of $116.85 to OPD. Mr. Broadus would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Mr. Broadus, sir, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. So, sir, I do have your plea form here that you had signed. Any questions about the rights that are on the plea form? And she's indicated you're entering a plea of no contest. Has anyone forced you or threatened you to do that today?
No.
And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
Sir, I will go ahead and accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty. I'll sentence you to 30 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 30 days that you've previously served. I'll release you from this charge and this charge only. I am going to order that you not return back to 190 South Orange Avenue. There are court costs, which includes cost of prosecution, the public defender lien, as well as a cost of investigation of $116.85 to the Orlando Police Department. I'll go ahead and give you a year to pay that back. If you don't pay it off in a year, they'll try to suspend your driving privilege, so just write to the court if you need more time, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Are you Justice Fort?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Fort, you're here on 2023 MM 570AO. This is a battery DV out of Division 50.
Yes, Your Honor, we're going to enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. So, sir, we're doing a written plea, or entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. This is going to be in Division 50, and the pretrial conference for that will be Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. The next case I have is Billy Boyd Thacker.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thacker, you're here on 2023 MM 563AO. The Public Defender's Office represents you. The state filed a petty theft with prior theft conviction in count one and petty theft of $100 or more on count two.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Is he going to accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that would be an adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
Credit time served?
The state wanted 30 days. What I saw, he had he was arrested in Seminole in this case since August 17th. So it should be time served.
I have him at 23 days, but that's because that's probably when he came into the Orange County Jail. Do you show him that he got picked up in August?
I see that he was in Seminole. There's something scanned in on January 9th.
Say that last part again. He came.
We scanned it in on January 9th. I don't know if I have any information on when he got to.
He was there resolving another case when, so they wouldn't bring him here to deal with this case until he resolved that case in Seminole. And from the notes that I see from the attorney assigned on this case, they stated that that was from August 17th. he was being held in Seminole on this case.
It's up to the state. I mean, technically, if he wasn't served with the warrant until he got out.
Never got out.
No, but I'm saying when he finally resolved Seminole, then they bring him, I mean, technically, one could argue that he was serving the time in Seminole for whatever was going on in Seminole. Because if he wasn't, then he would have gotten out and he would have been brought over here, right?
So
September.
I just really need to know if, how,
right. I understand what you're saying.
what was the state looking for as far as time-wise?
30 days, Your Honor.
30 days? So he's
He was-
got 23.
But when he was in Seminole, Orange County had a hold on him. So
But had he bonded out of the Seminole County Jail, they would have taken him to Orange County.
But I think he still gets credit. Normally, I mean, that's how they normally did it. I don't know. He normally would get credit for the time that he was being held on the Orange County case. So the moment that they issued the warrant or whatever the case may be, Your Honor, from that moment, even though he could not leave Seminole, I was under the impression that he would still get the time that he served in Seminole for that Orange County case.
But a lot of times, and I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying a lot of times they'll say, or Orange County has a hold, and they won't actually serve the warrant on him until he's bonded out or resolved everything in Seminole. So that's why I think she's saying that she's not seeing anything until the 9th.
Yeah, I see something in Seminole here. It looks like these Orange out-of-county warrants were actually, he was like arrested in Seminole on them and like served on January 4th,
Right.
is what paperwork in here is showing. The January 4th was when he was actually served with this out-of-county.
So that would, if you do January 4th to today, that would be 27 days? No, 28 days, right?
Yeah, 20.
So if I give him 28 days, technically with gain time, at 30, he would be at 25. So can I just give him time served?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. So if you'll sign the plea form, you got that,
He
sir?
did sign the plea form, yes.
So I'll go ahead and get you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Thacker, I'm being handed your plea form. You signed it here at the bottom. Any questions about the rights that are on the plea form?
No, ma'am.
And she's indicating you're entering a plea of no contest. Has anyone forced you or threatened you to do that here today?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will go ahead and accept your plea. I will adjudicate you guilty as to both counts 1 and 2, sentencing you to 28 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 28 days that you previously served. I'll release you from this charge and this charge only. I am going to order that you not return back to the Home Depot at 6130 East Colonial Drive. I'm also ordering there's restitution in the amount of $567 that's to be paid to that Home Depot. There are also court costs. All of the monies, though, I will give you a year to pay. If you need longer, because they will suspend your driver's license until you do, just write to me and we can extend that out for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome, sir. Good luck. Jerome Wilkerson? Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Wilkerson. You're here on 2022 MM 8225BO. This is a charge of petty theft. Were you wanting to try to resolve the case today?
There's no offer, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm not showing that you have the public defender on this case. Would you like me to appoint the public defender? Okay, I will go ahead and do that. This is actually in Division 83, so it's with me. Destiny Green will be your public defender, and I'm sure she'll be able to get some information to you and meet with you, at least by Polycom. I'll set this for a pretrial conference on If you and Miss Green figure something out that you want to do sooner, she can always get you on my docket sooner than February. Okay, good luck, sir. Thank you. Clifford Grant Sutton.
I will waive, Your Honor. There is no offer.
Okay, on Mr. Grant Sutton, that's 2023 MM 678AO. I'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. I'll stay the bonds at $500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2 in order that he not return back to that 7-Eleven on 1250 South John Young Parkway. And the PD is waiving his appearance. Willie Lee Kendrick. Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Kendrick. You're here on case number 2023 MM 682AO. It is a charge of trespass. Were you wanting to try to resolve that today?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to 55 West Church Street. Mr. Kendrick would like to accept and enter plea of no contest.
Mr. Kendrick, I do have your plea form that you signed. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that are on the plea form?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
And your attorney says you're going to enter a plea of no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter a plea today?
No, ma'am.
And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will go ahead and accept your plea. I will adjudicate you guilty. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you served previously in jail, and I'll release you from that charge and that charge only. You are not to return back to 55 West Church Street and that building. There are court costs, but I'll give you a year to pay that back. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Anthony Montgomery is mental health.
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay, on Mr. Montgomery's case, it's 2023 MM 693AO. I did review the charging affidavit. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. I'll keep the bond set at $500 and order that he have no contact with Austin Priest. And the PD's waiving his appearance. And why are all these cases assigned to Division 83? You can tell me that's the computer. They're like all assigned to me. Okay, are you Mr. Sparrow?
Yes.
Okay, sir, were you born July 21st of 2004?
Yes.
Okay, so you're here on case number 2023 MM 707AO. I will go ahead, well, no offer on this one?
No, he has no history, Your Honor. I thought possibly he could get PTD.
He does qualify for PTR.
I was going to ask for pretrial release, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Sparrow, what I will do is go ahead and release you on a straight pretrial release. That way you don't have to pay any money to get out of jail. They'll just go ahead and release you through pretrial services. The only condition is that you not return back to that Walmart neighborhood at 1101 South Goldwyn Avenue. And that's it. Okay?
I understand.
You good? Okay. Oh, yes, and I'm sorry. Hey, let me just ask you, did you want a public defender appointed to represent you, or are you gonna hire your own attorney? Okay, I'll appoint them to represent you. Thank you. Leonardo Toledo? Okay, Mr. Toledo, just wanted to verify that your date of birth is May 3rd of 2003, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
So let me ask you a question. I know that you have Mr. Quinones representing you on some other charges. Did you want me to appoint the public defender, or was you're gonna see if he can represent you on this charge as well?
I was gonna just look to a public defender.
I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I did review the charges in this case, and I am finding probable cause. So on the trespass in 2023 MM 706AO, I will go ahead and keep your bond set at $500. I am going to order that you not return back to 814 Mercado Avenue. Mr. Toledo, what I really have an issue with is that it appears that you just did a bond hearing less than 30 days ago with Judge Navarro, who specifically told you not to return back to that location. And so that's in direct violation of the conditions of your release in 2022 CF 14706AO. So I am going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set your bond at none, but I will reach out to Mr. Quinones and let him know that I did that. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Is there a way to like if Erica agrees to revoke or not revoke the stuff?
You
but,
can talk to Judge Navarro again, because I'm pretty sure that she put those conditions down based on what she heard in court. I wasn't there, so you'll have to talk to her, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. Okay, are you Elmer Rudolph Tassi? Okay, Mr. Tassi, you are here on case number 2023 MM 702AO. It is a charge of battery. I have reviewed the charging affidavit, and I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. So I was looking back at the cases that you're out on bond for. It looks like you had been arrested last year on this 2022 CF 11570AO. That was back in October for possession of cocaine. The state still hasn't filed on it, but then you got out on bond on November 8th. And then it looks like in January, you got arrested on 2023 MM 392AO for the petty theft and the criminal mischief. That's still pretty soon. They haven't filed on that, but you got out on the 26th through an ROR. I will note that Judge Walker took no action on the felony when you got arrested on the petty theft and criminal mischief. Mr. Tassi, my concern is that you just keep going and getting arrested. What's the state's position as to the two cases that he's currently out on bond for?
Your Honor, I have no objection to no action being taken on 22 CF 11570. As the court noted, he was arrested back in October. 3-4 months later, we still haven't filed an information on that. However, Your Honor, approximately 2 weeks ago, he was arrested for a petty theft. We haven't filed formal charges, but it was 2 weeks ago. And so I would ask that you take some action on the misdemeanor, Your Honor.
If you are inclined to revoke, Your Honor, just ask that you revoke and double the bond as opposed to holding him at no bond on that case.
So he's out on an ROR. Here's what I'll do. In regards to the new law violation, the 2023 MM 702AO, I am going to set the bond at $1,000 and order that you have no contact with the alleged victim in that case. As to the CF charge, the 2022 CF 11570AO, I'll take no action. As to 2023 MM 392AO, I am going to revoke the ROR, but I will give you a bond amount of $2,000.
And there's 2 counts, Your Honor.
Oh, I'll do $2,000 on count 1 and $200 on count 2. Thank you.
And what on count 2? I missed it, I'm sorry.
200 on count 2. Okay. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Sure. And sir, are you Daquan Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Walker, you were born December 27th in 1996?
Yes, ma'am.
You are here on case number 2023 MM705AO. It's a charge of assault and criminal mischief. I did review the charging affidavit. I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I am going to keep the bond set at $500 on count one. I'll reduce the bond to $100 on count two, but I am going to order that you have no contact with Mr. Wooden. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Don't qualify. It's a lie. No, you don't qualify. Your Honor, would you be willing to ROR in this case?
No.
Thank you.
Jonas Duranville?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Is your date of birth October 24th of 1981?
Ma'am?
Were you born October 24th, 1981?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're here in 2023 MO163AO, a charge of disorderly conduct. Were we going to try to resolve this one?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a withhold of adjudication, credit time served, and we'd like to accept the state's offer and enter plea of no contest.
So, Mr. Duranville, I do have the plea form that you signed. Did you have any questions about the rights on the form?
No, ma'am.
And she says you're going to enter a plea of no contest. Did anybody force you or threaten you to do that today?
No, ma'am.
And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll go ahead and withhold adjudication. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've previously served. I'll release you from this charge and this charge only. There's the court cost, $223, and I'll give you a year to pay that back, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Willie James Flores.
God bless you, Your Honor.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
That's all.
Mr. Flores, you're here on case number 2023 MO164AO, disorderly conduct.
Not gonna do it.
I guess OPD likes the,
You're gonna have to do 3 more days.
keep it within their
What was
own
the
domain.
case number you have, Your Honor?
I have 2023 MO164AO. It's a charge of disorderly.
You wanna take it or not? She's not giving you time served, you were just here.
I guess so.
Okay. So the offer from, you gotta sign it. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2. Is that 2? You have 2, too. And Mr. Flores would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Flores, I'm being handed the plea form that you signed. Did you have any questions about any of the rights that are on the plea form?
Ma'am.
And she says you're entering a plea of no contest. Did anybody force you or threaten you to do that today? And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'll go ahead and accept your plea. I will adjudicate you guilty. I'll sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've previously served. There will be court costs, but I'll go ahead and give you a year to pay that back. Okay, you're all set. Thank you. I adjudicated. Yes. Next, I have Walter Latimer. Good afternoon, Mr. Latimer. You were born January 22nd of 1968?
Correct.
Okay. You are here on 2023 MO165AO, a charge of disorderly conduct.
And the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2. And Mr. Lattimore would like to accept and enter, Latimer would like to accept and enter plea of no contest, Your Honor.
So, sir, I do have the plea form that you signed. Did you have any questions about the rights on the form?
I didn't, ma'am.
Okay, and she said you're entering a plea of no contest. Did anyone force you or threaten you to do that today?
No, Your Honor.
And sir, do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering into a plea today could subject you to deportation?
I do.
Sir, I will go ahead and accept the plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've previously served. There are going to be court costs, but I'll give you a year to pay those back. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Anthony Mosley?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Mr. Mosley's 2023 MO167AO, also a charge of disorderly conduct.
The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2, and Mr. Mosley would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Mr. Mosley, they're handing me the plea form that you signed. Thank you. Did you have any questions about any of the rights on the form?
No, ma'am.
And she says you're entering a plea of no contest. Did anyone force you or threaten you to do that today?
Ma'am.
And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering a plea today could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
So I'll accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days you previously served. There's court costs. They're $223, but I'll go ahead and give you a year to pay that back. If you don't pay it off in a year, they'll try to suspend your driver's license. If that's an issue for you, just write to me and we'll give you some more time. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. I next have Christopher Lewis Bradford. How about Terrence Maurice Jones? Okay. And Mr. Jones, just verifying you were born on December 5th of 1972?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have 2 charges here, a driving while license suspended or revoked charge and a no motor vehicle registration. The case numbers are 2023 CT 685AO, that's the Dwillis, and the 2023 CT 686AO is the no registration. Were we gonna try to resolve this today or just see if we can get him bonded out?
There's no offer, Your Honor. He has a number of Dwellises in his history.
Okay. So, Mr. Jones, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll do this. I'll keep the bond set at $500 on the driving while license suspended or revoked, but I will lower the bond amount to $100 on the no motor vehicle registration. And just order that you do not drive without a valid driver's license. Okay?
500?
It's 500 on count 1 and 100 on count 2. Okay. I have Angela Baxter?
Angela Denise Baxter, Your Honor.
Angela.
Yes, ma'am.
Tried to change it up a little bit for you, sorry. And Miss Baxter, were you born on September 11th in 1966?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is case number 2023 CF1045AO. This is an arrest warrant that was signed, or I'm sorry, it's a probable cause order that was signed by Judge Egan in Division 16. He's set your bond at $7,500 on count 1, $7,500 on count 2. He also has that you shall have no contact directly with the victim, co-defendant, witness, do not return to the scene of the offense, do not possess, consume any alcohol, illegal drugs, or controlled substances without a valid prescription, and do not possess any weapons or firearms. Did you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to
I have an attorney, and I'm wondering where he is right now.
Who's your attorney?
Bryce Aiken.
I'm a little early. I don't know that I can change anything, though.
Your Honor, if it's a warrant, unless it says that it cannot be changed at IAs, you can.
It just says probable cause order. I just happened to look it up because I was wondering about these probable cause orders. But I don't see anything on there that says I can or I can't. Let me just, how about, I'm gonna do this, Ms. Baxter. I don't know, based on the probable cause order, that I can change anything. I let his trial partner, Rachel Maddie, know that, that I was doing this, and if he has an issue and wants to come back and talk to me, we can always bring you back if we need to.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Thank you. Yeah. So I just kept everything the same, and I did not appoint the public defender, since she's gonna have Mr. Akins. And then Miss Maddie says she's trying to reach Mr. Akins, so if he has an issue, I'll let him come back, but otherwise I'll leave it like it is. Was that what you were asking me, or no?
Oh, I didn't say anything, Your Honor.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody say something. Sorry. Now I'm just hearing things. Okay. It was you? I apologize. Okay. This is Khalil, is it Bonsi? Behavioral? Okay.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
Okay. This, behavior. So on Mr. Bonsi, this is case number 2023 CF 1348AO. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. They're agreeing to waive his appearance. And I will. Just a minute. I'll go ahead and stay the bonds at 1,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, and $500 on count 3. I think he just got out on bond on the 26th on this trespass. I reviewed it, oops, sorry, I apologize. Oh, the only thing that was interesting was that the trespass was at a specific address on Rosewood Way. And just coincidentally, this occurred at the intersection of Rosewood Way and Cinder Lane, but it didn't say he was at that address, so I didn't know what the state's position was for the case he was out on bond.
Your Honor, I have him being out on ROR, and I can see that because he has no history, but I would ask that you revoke the ROR, but give him a bond.
Okay. So what I will do is on his case that he's out on bond, the 2023 MM574AO, I am going to revoke the ROR, but I will give him a $1,000 bond on the trespass. And no, he has the PD on that one.
Yes, Your Honor.
Keith Bradley? Okay. Mr. Bradley, your date of birth, March 6, 1989?
Yes.
Okay, sir, you're here on 2023 CF 1347. I did review the charging affidavit. I am finding that there's probable cause.
Your Honor, I was gonna argue against probable cause, being that they did not test.
The stylus, the blah, blah, the mushrooms. I thought, did they
didn't
test?
test the, cannabis or the mushrooms? Did you have them testing the mushrooms?
Let me see.
But I thought he stated they were mushrooms.
Right, I think,
No.
let me look.
So on the cannabis,
He just states, based on my experience and the appearance and the odor.
What's the state's position?
Attested to him, he knew he was in handcuffs due to well, there was a statement that he knew he was in handcuffs because of the mushrooms, Your Honor. Oh, only with the cannabis, okay. The mushrooms. No objection to the cannabis, Your Honor. I don't see where it was tested.
So I can do a couple things. What was the state's position? He is currently out on bond as well.
Your Honor, it's not related, and he has no other history. I was okay with no action.
So, I can either stay the bond at $1,000 and ROR him on count 2, or I can give the state more time.
No, Your Honor.
That's fine.
That's okay? Okay. So, Mr. Bradley, what we'll do is I'll stay the bond at $1,000 on count 1. I'll ROR you on count 2. And then just keep in mind, please don't get arrested anymore because you currently are out on bond. But on that case, the 2022 MM682AO, I will take no action. Or is that an AW? AW. I'll take no action on that one. Okay? You're welcome, sir. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, this is Sergio Campos. Oh, sorry. He bonded, okay. Would this be Mark Denny? Okay, and Mr. Denny, were you born on October 9th of 1983? Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, Mr. Denny, you're here on case number 2023 CF 1305AO. What was this one? I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll go ahead and stay the bond at $2,500 on count 1, and I'll set your bond at $500 on count 2. And this is assigned to Division 17. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
What are my charges again?
Grand theft and fleeing and attempting to elude. And are you Donnell Foster?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Foster, this is case number 2023 CF 1224AO. This is actually a warrant that was signed by Judge Starr. She determined probable cause. She has also set your bonds. The bonds are set at $50,000 on count 1 and count 2, $5,000 on counts 3 and count 4, and $5,000 each on counts 5 and 6, and then $25,000 on count 7 for a total of $145,000. So were you wanting me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, or are you gonna hire your own attorney? You want the PD? Okay, we'll go ahead and appoint the PD for you, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
I'm sorry, you said this is the new charges. You're here only for the new charges. This is just a fact.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. You, Michael, is it Ingerbretson?
Breton, yes.
Okay, thank you. And you were born on May 17th of 1980, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, sir, this is a warrant that was signed by Judge Christy Collins in regarding to failure to report within 30 days.
Could I
Well, let me just, because I see that you're out on bond for 2022 CF 10906AO. It looks like you immediately registered when you got out, and that was on December 5th, but then apparently you were supposed to come back on January 4th. So when you didn't come back on January 4th to re-register, they got this warrant and issued it. So I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I am gonna set the bond in the amount of $1,000.
And I'd ask that you take no action on the out on bond. Looks like he was arrested November 17th. I did not see an information filed, Your Honor.
No, but, and can I don't want to get into the facts, but some of it, do you have a place to live, or are you still just kind of getting
My
around?
wife and I are actually working on it, and right now she's paying, well, both of us together are almost paying like around $600 at the extended, for her and my child to stay, extended stay. I'm at the corner of Vineland and Kirkman. My van, it just kind of, the transmission went out, so we're struggling. And in
So,
regards,
so don't tell me anything else, just, here's what I want to make sure you understand, because you did what you were supposed to do, but then when you just didn't follow up with it, that's what got you into this trouble. And the problem is every time you get out of jail, you got to go back and re-register. And if you don't stay up on top of that, you're gonna keep getting arrested, and it's just gonna cost you more and more money. So, my suggestion is that, do you have a phone?
I'm using my wife's phone.
Okay, but does it have a calendar on it?
Yes.
Okay, I was just gonna suggest is when you go and register, is maybe put it, because what I'm gathering is because you don't have a permanent address yet, that they're making you register every 30 days, is that you just put like something that'll tell you, hey, I've gotta do it. And if you can't get to the sheriff's department or whatever, I don't know, flag down a deputy and ask them if they'll take you there.
Can I speak? Just kind of say one thing?
I just wanna make sure we don't,
No, it's not about the kick.
okay.
It's just like,
You can admit to the crime, that's what I'm telling you.
yes, what? No,
Hold on, let me just do this. Is the state looking to try to revoke his bond on the other case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm not gonna revoke the bond. I just wanna make sure we're on the same page. You know what you need to do. I offered you some suggestions. If you need help, please reach out to your public defender. But I'll go ahead, so you have $1,000 bond on this. I'll take no action on the other case, so you should be able to get out, okay? Okay, good luck, sir, thank you. Ms. Gordon?
Bonded, Your Honor.
Oh, she bonded, okay. How about Lazaro Gutierrez?
Bonded, Your Honor.
Sarah Faye Hamilton?
She refused, Your Honor.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor, but again, I have PC as far as the possession of meth. It was tested, but there was nothing mentioned in the affidavit about the results of that test. It just states C supplement.
Yeah, I was hoping there was a supplement that maybe I just didn't get. You don't happen to have it, do you?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
I didn't know if you could magically pull that out, but, what's the state's position? I mean, she does have bonds on the other cases, but,
Yes, Your Honor. No, I do not. Thank you.
I just asked for an ROR.
I'm fine with
are you okay with the ROR?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what I will do is, in case number 2023 CF 1306, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent her. I'll go ahead and agree to an ROR. Then she also has the 2021 CT 4557AO, which is a warrant for failing to appear. That bond is at $500. And then she has the third case, 2022 CT 2106AO, which is a $100 bond. And I'll appoint the PDs if she didn't have them, but I think she already had them on the underlying cases. Would this be Ms. Hutchinson? Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Your date of birth is January 7th of 1968?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, you are here on case number 2023 CF 1336AO. It's a charge of possession of MDMA. I did review the charging affidavit. I am finding there's probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Next, I have Zarin Jackson. Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Jackson. Is your date of birth August 19th of 2004?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here on case number 2023 CF 1307AO. It's a warrant that was signed by Judge Strobridge. The charge of robbery with a firearm, your bond has been set at none. Grand theft charge does have a $2,500 bond. The conditions are that you are not to have any contact with the victim and no weapons or firearms. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Christopher George Murphy. Okay, Mr. Murphy, your date of birth is October 28th of 1982.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here on case number 2023 CF 1341AO. I have reviewed the charging affidavit. I am finding that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
May I speak, please?
You can tell me whatever you want, but I don't necessarily think it's a good idea.
Well, I think it is.
I would recommend you not speak about the facts.
I would recommend that you give me 2 minutes of your time, please. I'm not supposed to be here. I didn't take no trailer. Has nothing to do with that.
So, Mr. Murphy, there's a thing called probable cause. What you're talking about are defenses. Probable cause means you were in possession of something that was stolen. What I need to get probable cause to hold you and to have you be arrested is completely different as to what the state may file on and whether or not you were aware that the vehicle was, or the trailer was stolen or anything like that.
Aaron Smith told the officer that I had nothing to do with whatever the hell was going on. I was just giving him a ride. That's it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Murphy, unfortunately, maybe you should not hang out with Mr. Smith because when he includes you in a criminal activity, there's now probable cause to arrest you for this charge. So I am finding probable cause. I'll set your bond at $1,000. You do have the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you, and you're free to go.
Is there any way I could be released on my own kindness? Please.
Not with your criminal history, no, sir.
I don't have a criminal history. But
Do you really
my
wanna
last
get into this
case
with me?
was over 15 years ago.
Okay, well, what about the fact that you got arrested for resisting without violence in February 6th of 2020?
Wasn't that case dropped?
I don't know, but you said I have no criminal
I
history.
don't have no criminal history.
Mr. Murphy, if you and I keep talking, I see the bond going up. So do you want to take the $1,000 or do you want to keep arguing with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Omar Ricketts.
Be bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Luis Rivera.
Be refused, Your Honor.
He refused?
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay. On Mr. Rivera, let's see, he's here on 2023 CF 1339AO. I'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. They're waiving his appearance this afternoon. I'll stay the bond at $1,000. He did just get out of jail on January 6th on an ROR for possession of cocaine. How about I'll do this? I'll go ahead and in 2022 CF 14055AO, I'll revoke the ROR, but I'll set his bond at $2,000.
Thank you.
Anthony Constantine Rose. Okay. So I need to ask, on Mr. Rose's case, I have the face sheet of the arrest warrant, but I don't have, there was nothing else in the court file, so I don't have an affidavit. I was just gonna set $1,000 bond as to each count,
I'm fine.
because he's definitely entitled to a bond.
I'm fine with that.
So, Mr. Rose, on case number 2023 CF 1360AO, I'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll set your bond at $1,000 as to each count, and just remind you that, if you're able to bond out, you do need to re-register, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good luck to you, sir, thank you.
So it's, $200.
It's $2,000, but yes, $200 with the surety bond, with the bondsman, Aaron Smith? Be Mr. Smith? Yeah, don't hang out with Mr. Murphy, he doesn't like you right now. He doesn't like me either, but that's okay. And I also meant to tell Mr. Murphy not to hang out with Mr. Smith, but that's okay. So, Mr. Smith, you are here on case number 2023 CF 1342AO. I did review the charging affidavit. I am finding that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I am gonna stay the bond at $1,000 in order that you have no contact with, Mr. Murphy in this case. I do see that you're currently out on bond in case number 2022 CF 3429AO. That's on a burglary of a dwelling and a petty theft. What was the state's position in regards to that one?
Your Honor, only because I read the affidavit, I have no problem with no action on the out on bond.
Okay. So, Mr. Smith, we'll take no action on the case that you're currently out on bond on, so you can get out on the $1,000 bond on this charge. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Elijah Smith? Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. Just verifying your date of birth is March 10th of 1976?
Yes, ma'am.
There's Smith. There we go. And you are here on case number 2023 CF 1344AO. I did review the charging affidavit. I'm finding that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
They can resolve it. No? Just depends on how long it's gonna take.
Charles Trincall?
He's in the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay.
I will waive, Your Honor.
You'll waive? Okay. So in case number 2020 CF 1277AO, this is a capias for his failing to appear. The bond's been set at none. That's in Division 10. I think he has the PD already, right? Okay, I'll appoint the PD's office to represent him on that charge. Isaiah Mahaniak? Okay, say it one more time.
Maljanique.
Maljanique, okay. And Mr. Maljanique, your date of birth is January 6th of 2004, correct?
Correct, ma'am.
So I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I am finding that there's probable cause. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't think I have a sheet for him. Let me ask the state, so obviously there's this grand theft, but he is out on bond on 2021 CF 62061
No, it's LO.
LO? Oh, he's
It's statewide
codefendant L.
prosecution, yes.
Oh, it's a RICO. So there's the robbery, all the RICO charges.
Your Honor, was the bond, I thought I saw that the bond was endorsed on this case.
It was endorsed.
So he's back on it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to take any action?
Due to, no. If it's been endorsed, then no.
I mean, the only thought is that tomorrow they could go and get him back out again, but I don't,
As it's
know
statewide,
that
Your
they
Honor,
do that.
I hate doing something on someone else's case, as it were.
okay, no worries. So, sir, what that means is I'll go ahead and give you a bond on this case. That's nice that the deputy thought I should give him PTR, or he just wrote that. Okay, I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Let me ask you a question. On the case, it does look like they endorsed the bond, so you're here on that. Does, you had Mr. Verrett at one time from Regional Conflict Council. The last thing I saw was Josh Adams. Do you know who your attorney is?
Sandra Woodall. It's
Woodall.
Is she with Regional Conflict Council or she's private?
she's private.
Okay. Did you hire her or was she appointed to represent you?
She's a pro bono. She was like, no, I had conflict of interest because of the cases. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
appointed you.
My biggest question is, does she know you're here?
No, ma'am. I think I told my dad to call her because like I know that it's a new case, so she ain't gonna be representing me on this case. But I told him to call her and let her know.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that my JA gives her a call and just let her know that your bondsman came off the bond for this so that she can talk to you.
Yes, ma'am. So what does it mean when it says like my bond is endorsed?
It means so you had quick release bail bonds.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
means when you got arrested on this new charge, they went and came off the $200,000 bond that they had previously posted for you to get out on those other charges.
All right. So if I bond out on this charge,
You still are gonna sit here unless quick release will go back on that bond or you find another bondsman.
yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you.
good luck, sir, thank you. Darnell Washington,
I will waive, Your Honor.
okay. On Darnell Washington, case number 2023 CF 1337AO, I'll appoint the public defenders. They're waiving his appearance. I'm finding probable cause and I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Baker Eugene Wilbert. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Were you born on May 5th of 1960?
Yeah.
Sir, I have you here on 2023 CF 133080. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I am finding that there's probable cause, and I will, actually, let me just make sure. I'll stay the bond at $1,000, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Dwight Joseph Wright.
He refused, Your Honor.
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay, in 2023 CF 1343AO, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Wright. I'll note they're waiving his appearance, and I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Norris Zamora Aldama,
Bonded, Your Honor.
bonded. Okay. That that was everything for today. So we will be adjourned till tomorrow morning sometime after 9 a.m. Let's see. That was on the 2023 MM 676AO. We did appoint the Public Defender's Office. I'll keep the bond set at $500 and order that he not return back to that location at Channel 6. Did the state, I know he's out on bond for a city case, but did the state have any thoughts about that?
I would take no action, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll just take no action on the case that he's currently out on bond, and we'll leave it like that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you Bryson Bridges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Bridges, I just want to verify your date of birth is January 2nd of 1994?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I am finding that there's probable cause. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Obviously, I am going to be issuing a no-contact order between you and Ms. Mays. I'm going to have you sign a copy of it, just acknowledging that you understand those rights. Just so we're clear, no contact means you can't call her, see her, email her, text message her, send her any cards, letters, gifts, have anyone talk to her on your behalf. Now, I understand she may call you, but understand you're the one with the no contact order, so you're the one that's going to end up in jail. So please understand that no contact order is very significant. This case is assigned to Division 10. The bond on this, I will set at $1,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2, $100 on count 3. I am going to order that with the no contact order, in addition that you maintain separate residence from her. Is there anything at her home that you need? Okay, I'll allow you to return one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings. I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. So I realize that you're currently on pretrial diversion for both your felony and misdemeanor cases.
Your Honor,
Yes.
it's the way the system is set up. As soon as the ASA announces in court that they are going to refer a defendant to pretrial diversion, then it becomes pretrial diversion. He's not in pretrial diversion for either of these cases.
Oh, he hasn't signed a contract yet.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So I guess what I was going to go back to telling you is that with a new law violation, I can guarantee you that the domestic violence case is going to come out of pretrial diversion. I'm pretty sure that the felony will come out as well. The only thing that I have is that his bond got discharged. So what I am going to note is that in 2022, MM 2178AO, he is currently out on that charge. There's nothing to revoke because the bond got discharged, but I am going to hold you at no bond based on the new law violation. I was going to take no action on the felony unless you had strong feelings about it. Because I
No.
figure they'll just kick him out of PTD.
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. So in regards to the 2022 CF 4538AO, I will take no action, but my guess is they'll set, Judge Navarro will get back to you and set you for a status in her courtroom. Okay, sir, good luck to you. Thank you.
Enid Donato, mental health, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, and I apologize, you said Ms. Donato is medical,
Mental health.
mental health?
Okay, that makes sense. So, before we move on, the one that you revoked was the felony,
No, I took no action on the felony.
and then you revoked the.
I revoked the
misdemeanor.
MM. Yeah.
Because it's the same victim.
Because it's the same victim and everything, yeah. So Ms. Enid Donato is mental health. Do you want to waive her appearance?
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay. So on Ms. Donato, that's case number 2023 CF 1345AO. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent her. I am finding probable cause. I'll set the bond at, one second. She qualifies for pretrial release.
I would ask for pretrial release, Your Honor.
Any objection from the state?
No objection.
Okay, I'll go ahead and release her on a straight pretrial release. The conditions are that she's not to have any contact with Precious Edwards. They are going to need to maintain separate residences. It's my understanding they live together. She is allowed to return one time with law enforcement officers to retrieve any belongings, and she's not to possess any weapons or firearms. Okay. Mr. Gadsden?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your date of birth is March 12th of 2002?
Yes, ma'am.
So, sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, which is 2023 CF 134980. So I am going to go ahead and release you on a straight pretrial release. The conditions are that you have no contact with Ms. Morris in this case. The order that you're signing just acknowledges that you're aware that you're not to see her, call her, email her, text message her, send her any cards, letters, or gifts, or have anybody contact her on your behalf.
Yes, ma'am.
If you violate that order, it can trigger you being arrested.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
If you violate the no contact order, it can result in you getting arrested. So if she comes around you, you're the one that's gonna get in trouble, so just leave her, okay? So I'm doing the pretrial release, so you don't have to post any bond. The only conditions are the no contact, maintain a separate residence.
She's,
It appeared she moved everything out.
she did, yeah.
If she comes back with and tries to get more stuff out, I would just go ahead and call the police and say, can you stand by since I have a no contact order if she needs to get anything else out of the house, okay? The only other thing I would order is that you not possess any weapons or firearms, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Hall? Okay. Mr. Hall, your date of birth, January 18th of 1976? Okay, thank you. So, I read this. It looked like maybe there was a page missing in the affidavit. I mean, I got the substance of what I needed from it, but I did think maybe there was a page missing. Mr. Hall, without telling me anything about the facts of your case, it's my understanding that you and the alleged victim, in this case, you live together and you have children living with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand that you said that you have nowhere else to go. The problem is, without her being here today, I do have to issue a no contact order. That means you can't see her, you can't call her, text her, email her. The order that the officer is going to have you sign is just acknowledging that you've been made aware of that no contact order. Obviously, this is something that it can change if you would like it to or she would like it to, but it is something that you would have to get done in front of Judge Wooten, the trial judge, to make that happen. So you would need to get with your attorney. In the meantime, do you have like a friend's house that you could stay at, or maybe even stay at a hotel until you get some of this resolved?
probably stay at a hotel or probably go to a friend's house. But the only issue is she has two of my children that I have full custody of is there. I need to get them.
No, and I understand that, but what I'm saying is you're gonna have to probably take, because those are not her children, correct? They're just yours.
They're my children.
They're your children, but not hers, right? Yeah. So I'm not denying you access to being able to get your children. I'm just saying you can't, she can't be around you anymore.
Well, that's no longer the issue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just making sure, so I'll do it this way. Judge Egan found probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. You've signed the no contact order. I'm gonna set your bond at $3,500. I'm gonna have that you maintain a separate residence from her. If for some reason she's in the place where you live with your children, you're gonna have to find someplace else to live with your children. If she's not there, obviously you can stay there. I just don't want you to possess any weapons or firearms, okay?
I don't own any.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Good luck then. Thank you. Daniel Loggins. Hi, Mr. Loggins. Your date of birth, August 20th of 1993? Okay. So, sir, this is a warrant that was signed by Judge Tynan. He determined there was probable cause. He has actually set your bond at $15,000 on count 1, $5,000 on count 2, and $1,000 on count 3, for a total of $21,000. He's also ordered that you have no contact with the alleged victims in this case, no return to the scene of the offense, and no weapons or firearms. The order that the officer is placing in front of you is you just acknowledging that you've been made aware of the no contact order. That means you're not to call them, see them, text them, email them, send them any cards, letters, or gifts, or have anybody contact them on your behalf. If I didn't say it, I am appointing the Public Defender's Office, and this is in case number 2023 CF710AO, and it's assigned to Division 15. Do you have any questions for me, sir? Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Taylor, is it McNutt?
Right.
Did I say it properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Mr. McNutt, your date of birth is August 31st of 2000?
2000.
2000, okay. And, let's see. I highlighted the name. Ma'am, can you tell me what your name is?
Gloria Hernandez.
Hernandez, that's right. And Ms. Hernandez, can I get you to raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, Ms. Hernandez, it's my understanding that you and the defendant you're pregnant and he's the father of the child, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Are you, so the officer talks about a no contact order that was issued in Osceola County that became effective on December 18th, and it actually got filed with the court on January 10th. Are you aware of that no contact order?
I was aware of it, but they had called me and they had asked me if I wanted to drop the charges, and I said yes, that I wanted to drop the charges. I didn't want to hold anything against him. So with my knowledge, I thought like that was cleared.
Yeah, so just so you understand, while you are the alleged victim and you're an important role in the criminal process because the state calls on you to testify, there are times when they can go forward on cases without your cooperation. So most importantly, though, the state of Florida is the one that brings the charges, and they're the only ones that can drop the charges. So until they drop the charges, all of the conditions of his release remain the same. So what I would suggest is that so in the Osceola County case, and Mr. McNaught, don't tell me anything about the facts, but do you have a public defender representing you on that case?
Yeah, I had signed off to one.
Okay, have you talked to them at all?
I only talked to her one time. I tried contacting her, and they never contacted me back.
Okay. So, Ms. Hernandez, there's a lot going on, and a lot of it is my hands are tied because there's another judge that's involved that's issued this no contact order. And normally, I go along with the no contact orders. By you being here today, are you telling me that you want to have contact with him?
I do.
Okay. So let me ask the state. He is currently out on bond on aggravated battery on a pregnant person, domestic violence, strangulation. It looks like that's in 2022 CF 3606. That's a Osceola County case. I can't get into Osceola's computer, so I have no idea. I just know that she's the alleged victim in that case.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the state's position in regards to that?
One moment. He was only arrested December 17th. So if you're asking about formal charges, I don't believe that it's been filed yet, but give me one moment.
And,
I would guess no, based on the fact that she's not cooperating.
Your Honor, I just ask that you consider not revoking. Also, if you look at his history, he doesn't have any. It appears that this charge and the charge from Osceola is the only charges he's ever picked up.
Let me ask you a question, because let's say if I take the Osceola case away and it never existed. She comes in, I give her a no hostile contact, they're on their way. The problem is that another judge has issued a no contact order that I can't touch it. So I don't know how I can tell her, yeah, you can have no hostile contact with them when there's already a no contact order.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm not asking for the
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying I'm not sure what I can do other than continue to issue a no contact order until it gets changed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Would you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. I just wanted everybody to see what,
Yes.
I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just in a position where I've got another order. And I understand, Ms. Hernandez, that you want to have contact with him, but until the judge over in Osceola County, which I'm assuming it's probably Judge Karsten or somebody, until they change that, every time you have contact with him, you put him in a situation where he's going to come back to jail. So my question is it possible for the two of you not to see each other until he can go and talk to his attorney and get in front of that judge in Osceola County?
Yeah.
Okay. How far along are you?
I don't know yet.
18 weeks.
18 weeks? Okay.
Not months?
Huh?
In-
Not 8, I know, I saw 18 months, which I thought was a little, I didn't think you were an elephant, so I never seen a human have a baby for 18 months, but it would be interesting. That being said, are you working? I mean, are you like, do you guys depend on each other for income and things of that nature?
In a sense, yeah.
Okay. So my suggestion is you need to get with that attorney as soon as possible to try to get you back in front of that judge.
Don't currently have the number for her.
Okay,
I tried.
You're gonna have to.
well, I'm going to tell you, if it were my life and my thought that I was going to go to jail every time I tried to see my girlfriend, I'd be camped out on her front lawn. Maybe not of her house, but of the courthouse.
I understand your
Yeah.
concern. You know, just even becoming a new father in this world, you know, it's kind of hard to like stay away. You want to be honest, like, and that's just a
I-
father protection.
I understand, but what
I
I'm,
understand rules and regulations, but you know, also being a father is kind of hard.
I understand, but when there's allegations of violence and then the police keep getting called, it ends up, somebody's going to go to jail, and the way it's fixed right now, you're always going to be the one that goes to jail with this no contact order.
I understand.
Okay. So, what's this, is the state asking me to revoke his bond?
It's the same victim, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my only thing, she's here testifying, she doesn't want to press charges. In this affidavit, it states the same thing. He's employed full-time. Again, these are the only charges he's ever picked up in his 22 years of living. I just think that, I think he gets it now, that if we set the bond, I don't believe he's gonna violate until he can get with the Osceola attorney to try to get it changed. Both parties want contact, and the facts aren't egregious.
Well, let me say this, the way in which the facts of this case have played out, remember how I said sometimes they'll do stuff without you?
Yeah.
They have the ability to prosecute this case without your cooperation, sort of. So, I mean, you have independent witnesses that see things. And it would not be the first time that the state went forward on prosecuting a domestic violence case without the victim being present. So, you guys just need to understand, even when somebody allows you to have contact, if you get violent like that and the cops are called, you gotta calm down. So here's what I'm gonna do. On this case, which is the 2023 CF 1352AO, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office. I'm gonna set bond at $3,500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I do have to issue the no contact order, because I have another court that came first that has the no contact order. Again, you can get this changed if you go back in front of Judge Wooten. I am gonna put that you need to maintain a separate residence and that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Because I can't get into that, it just says he has a surety bond. What's the bond on that case?
It looks like 1,000 on count 1, 500 on count 2, so 1,500 total.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna revoke the bond in 2022 CF 3606 out of Osceola County, but I will go ahead and set a new bond of $5,000 on count 1 and $200 on count 2 with all the remaining conditions that were placed on the original case. So, sir, I'm not revoking your bond, but I'm also making sure you understand that we're serious, that this is, you guys, you either have to work your issues out or stop calling the police, okay?
So like, am I gonna be like, I'm being held?
You have bonds on everything.
Being held here until what, like the next court date? I'm guessing.
No, you have bonds on everything.
Confused, like I have.
So, have a moment.
So, Ms. Hernandez, you understand that until he gets back to court and sort of resolves some of these issues, the two of you just need to take a break from each other. I've given him bonds, so I'm not locking him up. But he does need to fix these things, okay?
I understand.
Do you have any questions for me?
When it comes to him contacting the public defender and all of that, does he have to stay with the same one or can he get a new one? I don't know how that works. Like, in order to be able to, like, fight the no contact, do I have to do anything or is it just him?
No, it's all him.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs, I mean, if the state needs you to testify, they'll reach out to you and contact you.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else? Okay. Good luck to you both. Thank you.
I love you.
Is he talking to me? Sorry. Leandro, I don't know how you say that, but yes, ma'am?
Batista is in the hospital, you know.
He's in the hospital. Do you want me to reset him or you want to waive?
Yeah, it's a life.
Yes, Your Honor, reset. If it's a life felony, yep. I would ask that you reset to the hospital. So
Yeah, he's in the hospital.
Made aware of his. Because of the seriousness of the offense. I would ask that it be reset 24 hours from release to the hospital.
Okay, I'll go ahead and reset him once he gets out of the hospital. I think he ran into some
Neighbors.
neighbors that maybe didn't take too kindly to what's going on. Okay. Are you Justin Black?
ma'am.
Okay. And, one second here. Mr. Black, you were born on March 11th of 1992?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, sir, you're currently here on 2023 MM 680AO. This is in Division 50. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Sir, you understand that without Ms. Hunter being present here this morning, I do have to issue a no contact order between the two of you. That means you're not allowed to see her, call her, email her, text message her, send her any cards, letters, or gifts. If you violate that order, you do run the risk of being arrested again. Do you have any questions about that?
Yes, I spoke to her mother yesterday, before I even saw you, and Kamisha actually went to the state attorney's office yesterday, or called them or something of that nature, and said that she had to work this morning at 9, that she wasn't, that's why she couldn't make it this morning, but I don't know if the state attorney over there has spoken to the state attorney, but Kamisha had already had a conversation with them and said that she did not want, that she felt as if she was forced to write a statement. But she doesn't want charges against me for something that I didn't do, but I guess she's already talked to the state attorney about it, so I guess they'll figure it out that way.
Yeah, so just so you're clear, the state attorney's office represents the state of Florida. They bring the charges against you. They're the only ones that can drop the charges. While Ms. Hunter can certainly be a part of that process, like I said in the past, they have gone forward on cases without the victims being present. But most importantly, my point is that I understand what you're telling me, that she may not want all of this to keep going in this direction. The only way that that's gonna happen is to get you back in front of Judge McGinnis for him to take away that no contact order. As long as that order is in place, without her testifying, you run the risk of going back to jail. So I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to allow you to contact your attorney to see if you guys want to get back in front of Judge McGinnis so he can change that. But for purposes of today, without her being here, I do have to issue that no contact order. But it was my understanding the two of you don't live together, correct?
Oh, we don't live together.
Yeah. So obviously, you're just not going to be able to see her for a little bit, but I think that if you talk to your attorney, that should work out. Do you have any other questions about that? Okay. So I am gonna, like I said, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I was gonna set your bond at $500 with the no contact order, no weapons or firearms. And then he's currently out on bond for a trespass from just the other day. I was gonna take no action at this point just because they're not really related.
Yes, Your Honor. And could you appoint us, because he doesn't have an attorney on that case, I just want someone working on it. I don't see an attorney on there.
Sure.
Thank you.
Does the state have any objection to that?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Black, just so you understand, you're out on bond for this trespass in 2023 MM 556AO. I certainly have the ability to revoke that bond and hold you without any bond, but because they're not really related, I'm not going to do that. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender on that underlying case, or on that case. But just make sure you stay out of trouble, because if you keep getting arrested, you're gonna end up with no bond and being stuck in jail for a while. Okay? Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you also.
Hi, good afternoon, or good morning, sir. Are you Infinite Dibble? Okay. And Mr. Dibble, were you born on January 5th of 1986?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have two cases. Let's first talk about, there's a warrant out of Seminole County that for a failure to appear for an arraignment. That was in front of Judge Schott. He has set your bond at $500, so you have the ability to bond out on that charge with the $500, or you can wait for Seminole County to come and pick you up. Now, on the new charge in Orange County, which is 2023 MM 695AO, I am going to find that there's probable cause, appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And you understand with the, without the alleged victim here today, I do have to issue a no contact order. That means you're not to see Ms. Castillo, call her, text her, send her any cards, letters, or gifts. That order that you're signing is just you writing that you understand that you've been made aware of that. Now, as I told the gentleman before you, you can change that, but the only person that can do that is Judge McGinnis. Now, it's my understanding, you guys do live together, correct?
No.
No, you're
She
moving.
was in my apartment, and the whole incident happened when I was trying to get her out. So she left yesterday.
Okay. So I'm just gonna include that you're to maintain a separate residence with the no contact order, and that you're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Okay, any questions? Okay, you're all set, sir. Good luck. Thank you. Ravenflower. How do you say your last name? Say it one more time. Duganzik. Thank you. And Ms. Duganzik, were you born on July 14th of 1983?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I didn't have an affidavit of insolvency on this case. Were you wanting the Public Defender's Office, or are you going to hire your own attorney?
I have an attorney.
You have an attorney? Okay. So this is in case number 2023 MM 704AO. So without the alleged victim here today, I do have to issue a no contact order. You understand that means you're not allowed to see them, call them, text message them, email them, send them any cards, letters, or gifts. I'm gonna have you sign a no contact order. That's just acknowledging that you're aware that that order exists. It is something that can be changed, but it would have to be done in front of Judge McGinnis, the trial judge. And until that happens, you always run the risk of going to jail if you violate that order. It's my understanding you guys live together? No. No. So I'm just gonna include that you maintain a separate residence. Is there anything at their home that you need to retrieve, any belongings or anything?
He doesn't have a home.
Okay, okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So if he comes to my home or my business, then what?
Because you're the one that holds the order, you've got to make him leave. So my suggestion is if he shows up at your residence or at your business, you call the police and say, hey, I've got a no contact order. He's hanging out here. I don't want to get in trouble. Can you come and make him leave? Does that work?
I hope so.
Okay.
He doesn't manipulate.
Okay.
He's in my property, then I guess.
Okay.
And I do have a pending emergency temporary custody.
Is that with him?
Yes.
Okay, so you can definitely go to court. You can see him at court, but let me ask you, who has custody right now?
Well, that's why I got it, because we're in a divorce case that's dragging on, and so I just switched lawyers, and that's all, and it's all this is happening at the same time. But he doesn't have a home. The kids live with me, go to school, all of those things.
So I would just get with your attorney, and this shouldn't affect the custody case. In fact, in a perfect world, we'd put them all together, but we really haven't been able to do that. So, I'm sure, who's your attorney?
Cook.
Cook? Okay.
Deborah Cook.
Oh, Deborah Cook? Okay, so she'll go ahead and get in touch with you or let her know what's going on, and then she can kind of work you through that. But I'm just gonna set the bond at the $500 with the no contact order, maintain separate residence, and no weapons or firearms.
Your Honor, DCF was contacted?
Oh, yes. So DCF was contacted, so just abide by any plans that they put in place. Okay, any questions? You're all set. Thank you. Good luck. And this is Andrea Echeverria? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Ms. Echeverria, I just want to verify your date of birth is September 10th of 1999? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So you are here on case number 2023 MM39AA. This is a domestic violence case. Now, without the victim being here, Mr. Oliver, I do have to issue a no contact order between the two of you. The paperwork that you're gonna get from the officer is just acknowledging that you understand that no contact order. That means you're not to see him, call him, email him, text message him, send him any cards, letters, or gifts. Now, if you want to change that, it can be done, but it needs to be done in front of Judge McGinnis.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
We just have one issue as far as the no contact. They work at the same gas station. I was gonna ask that she still be allowed to work as long as they don't have the same shift, that they still be able to work at the same gas station. She stated, I guess both are managers. She could leave a note when they're switching out shifts as opposed to being there when he gets there to try to.
And that was my question is, so you're the managers, you set the schedules, so that's not something that should be a problem to make you work separate
I
shifts?
don't know at all. We're only open 16 hours, so it's only 2 shifts available. I work the morning, so I have to switch over to the night shift. That's the only thing that I'm.
Okay, so you would, in essence, see each other, but you don't really need to,
Just, I'm gonna talk to like the higher ups to see if he can call them instead of me if there's an issue at the job, but as of that, it's just a switch.
yeah, that's perfect. Yes, so what I'll do, she does qualify for pretrial release. So I will go ahead and put that you're gonna be released on straight pretrial release. I'll appoint the public defender's office. There's the no contact order, but I will include within that, you are allowed to have, I don't, what's the best way to word that? Allowed to have contact at work, or? They're, or what if I say they're continued to allowed to work at their current employment, but
Not the same shift.
not the same shift?
That works.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Huh?
Goodbye.
That works, Your Honor.
Okay. Some weird stuff going on in here. Okay. This is what. Yep, that's perfect.
DCF was contacted, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll put, that you need to abide by any plan that DCF puts into play. You live together, right? So you need someplace else to stay. You'll be able to do that, but I'll allow you to go back one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings that you may need. Okay? Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Are you Beverly Elaine Johnson? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So on Ms. Johnson, this is in case number 2023 MM591AO. This was a warrant signed by Judge Starr. I was not able to read it. So I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
qualifies.
She qualifies for pretrial release, so I can release you on pretrial release. Obviously, because of the injunction, there's already a no contact order, but I am also gonna issue a no contact order. It just sort of reinforces that. You signing that piece of paper just says that you're acknowledging that I've made you aware of that no contact order. Sign that for me. Now, since I wasn't privy to all of the paperwork that was in the arrest affidavit, do they live together?
Yes, it is job.
Yeah.
The probation officer called me and tell me that the case was thrown out. I went to court.
She's saying the case is dropped, but
I went to court on the 24th.
And so right now, it may have or it may not have. The problem is that because another judge signed on the arrest warrant, I have to impose it, but talk to your public defender, they can help you with that. But until Judge McGinnis changes this order, I don't want you to end up back in jail. So do you live with the victim?
He's out, he was evicted out.
he was evicted out.
Okay, okay.
There was an eviction that was enforced.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put that you maintain a separate residence and that you not possess any weapons or firearms, okay?
All that means is
Good luck, ma'am, thank you.
that's it. They'll release you. See what's going on.
Okay, Nikesh Kissoon? Mr. Kissoon, your date of birth is July 29th of 1973?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Sir, you are here on case number 2023 MM70180. I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. Sir, you understand that without your wife being present here today, I do have to issue a no contact order. The no contact order means you're not allowed to see her, call her, email her, text her, send her any cards, letters, or gifts, or have anybody contact her on your behalf. Now, you signing that piece of paper is just you acknowledging that I've given you this no contact order. That being said, I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. It is possible that, obviously, it's your wife. This may want to change in the future. The thing is that Judge McGinnis is the only one that can change that no contact order. Now, you do qualify for pretrial release, so I can release you on pretrial release so that you don't have to pay any monetary funds to get out of jail. The conditions are that no contact, and obviously because you can't see her, you have someplace else that you can stay?
Yes, I can figure out somewhere.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put that you're gonna maintain a separate residence from her at this time. I'll allow you to return one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings that you may need. And I'm also gonna order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. There were no children present. Okay, I believe that's everything. Sir, do you have any questions?
No, not at all.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. I did. Jeffrey Lugo Clavel. Hey, good morning, sir. Is your date of birth December 4th of 1983?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is case number 2023 MM45280. Can I get you to raise your right hand for me? Do you
Good morning.
swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your name?
Kathleen Mitchell.
Okay, and you are the alleged victim in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Judge Wish is the one who reviewed this charging affidavit and determined probable cause. She had included as one of her conditions that he should not have any contact with you. By you being here today, are you telling me that you would like to have contact or you're in agreement with her?
I have a restraining order against him. I got it filed last Wednesday.
Okay. Has it been served on him? Do you
I don't
know?
think it's been served.
Okay, they may serve it while he's here today, but it's my understanding you'd like to continue with that no contact order then?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, sir, you understand that this no contact order means that you're not to see her, call her, email her, text message her, send her any cards, letters, or gifts, have anybody contact her on your behalf. If you violate the no contact order, you run the risk of being brought back to jail on a no bond status for violating the conditions of release, and also possibly new charges for a violation of pretrial release. The two of you are not living together now.
We were living together.
Do you, does he have anything at your house that you need him to get?
Well, the lease was under his name, but the restraining order says that I can continue to stay there and he has to find somewhere to go.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna continue to stay there. I'm gonna find somewhere to go as well.
Okay, so what I would do is just keep in contact with the state attorney's office. And if and when you do move out, just as a courtesy, you might want to let them know so that they can tell his attorney. So if he wants to move back in, he can. But you're correct. You have possession of the residence for right now. So I am going to allow him to return one time with law enforcement officers so that he can get any belongings that he may need. I'm also going to put that he's not to possess any weapons or firearms. So I will go ahead and set the bond at $500. And was there anything further that you wanted me to know?
That I'm pressing charges?
Okay, so just make sure you contact the state attorney's office and they'll walk you through the process, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I appointed the public defender. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
No.
Are you, hi, good morning. Are you Shannon McGuire?
I am.
Okay, and Ms. McGuire, your date of birth is October 27th of 1974?
Correct.
Okay. So ma'am, this is case number 2023 MM64AW. Ms. McGuire, I have reviewed the charging affidavit. I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Without Mr. Zacharias here today, I do have to include a no contact order. That no contact order means that you're not to see him, call him, text him, email him, any contact at all. If you violate that order, you do run the risk of going back to jail. There's not a lot of discussion about the relationship, but I just, are you guys living together? Okay. So you're gonna need to find someplace else to live. Do you have someplace that you could stay for a little while? Like maybe with a friend or a hotel? I'm sorry? No? Okay, well, I'm just warning you that if you go back to where you live with him, I'll allow you to go back one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings. But if you stay there, you do run the risk of coming back to jail. So I would try to maybe scrounge up a friend that would let you stay on the couch, or maybe find some money to stay in a hotel. I'm gonna have that you maintain a separate residence. I'm also going to include that you not possess any weapons or firearms, but I will also give you a bond. The bond amount will be $500. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Charlene Olivia Rodriguez. Okay, good morning, ma'am. You were born August 28th of 1991?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, good morning, sir. Can I get you to raise your right hand for me? You can take your mask off. You're the only one in there, so. Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That's right.
Okay. And, sir, can you tell me your name?
My name is Ray Figueroa.
Okay. Ooh, excuse me. And it's my understanding you're the alleged victim in this case, correct?
Currently.
Okay, so you've heard that normally in these cases, I do issue a no contact order. By you being here today, are you in agreement with that, or did you want something different?
I would like a no
Hostile contact?
hostile
Okay, so the no hostile contact just means no fighting, no arguing, anything of that nature. And are you feel comfortable, you feel safe with that?
I'm more comfortable than she probably is, but you know, that's what I want, you know.
Okay, okay. So, let me get to your page. I apologize. So, ma'am, you do score pretrial release. Well, let's first talk about this. You do not qualify for the public defender's office. So, do you think that you might be able to hire your attorney on your own or talk to somebody?
I would have to look into it.
Okay. I can't appoint the public defender's office right now, but if the charges get filed and there's an arraignment, you can always ask Judge McGinnis, or whoever the arraignment judge is, to see if you qualify for a PD or explain what you've gone through if you need one. But I am gonna release you on pretrial release. That way you don't have to pay any money to get out of jail. You'll just be supervised by pretrial services. The only conditions are that you have no hostile contact and that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Do you have any questions? How about, do you have anything further, sir?
Oh,
Okay, good luck to you both. Thank you. Next, I have Angel Santos. Okay, good morning, Mr. Santos. Is your date of birth March 7th of 1996?
yes.
Okay. So you are here on case number 2023 MM700AO. This is a domestic violence battery charge. And you understand without Ms. Lawrence present, I do have to issue a no contact order. The officer's gonna get you to sign a copy of that order. It's just acknowledging that you're aware of it. It can change, but the only way that that can happen is by you getting in front of Judge McGinnis and having him change that order. So right now, you do, that order stays in place. Do you guys live together? Okay, so you have someplace else you could stay for a little bit? Not really?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay,
We only been in Orlando for a couple of months.
okay. Well, what can happen is, I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit, because you do qualify for pretrial release. So this way you don't have to post any monetary bond to get out of jail. You'll just be supervised by pretrial services. The conditions are that no contact order, you are gonna need to maintain a separate residence from her. I will allow you to return one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings. I'm also gonna order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. If I didn't say so, I am appointing the public defender's office, so you may wanna talk to them about that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just as long as I could get to my phone, I could contact a couple of people, a couple of family members that lives a couple of hours away to pick me up.
Okay. I don't know how that works. You would have to talk to the COs about that. But I'm sure somebody at pretrial services can try to help you with that as well. Okay? Okay, you are all set. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Pretrial release, yeah.
Trey Blair, his behavior.
Trey Ryan Blair. Okay, I'm just gonna put this on the record. This is, Mr. Blair is here for a Polk County warrant. The warrant is for a violation of probation, and the bond has been set at none. So he'll either get picked up or, well, he'll eventually get picked up.
Hansel Cabrera refused.
Okay, Mr. Cabrera's here on a warrant out of Osceola County for failure to appear at a pretrial. His bond has been set at $250, so he can either bond out or have Osceola pick him up. Is this Mr. Garcia? Okay. Mr. Garcia, you are here on a warrant out of Lake County. This is it just says that it's for a petty theft. Your bond is $1,000. Yeah, I'm not inclined to take any action on the out on bond because I don't really know what the Lake County charges for and if it's new or old, just unless the state has something differently.
Objection.
Okay, so sir, you'll just either be able to bond out or Lake County can come and pick you up, okay? Good luck to you, sir. just took no action.
They had a hold because you were out. Yeah, they lifted them.
Okay, good luck, sir. Thank you. Tonishia Martin? Ms. Martin, did I butcher your first name or did I say it correctly?
It's Tanisha.
Okay, thank you. And ma'am, were you born on April 21st of 1997?
Yes.
Okay, so ma'am, this was a warrant out of Seminole County. It looks like it's for a violation of probation. Judge Soto set your bond at none. So Seminole County will usually come and pick you up within the next 24 hours or so. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Billy Ortiz refused, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ortiz has two cases. I see a violation of probation in case number 2022 MM5591AO. He does have a bond amount in the amount of $2,000, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. In regards to the new case, the 2023 CF1302AO, I will find probable cause, appoint the Public Defender's Office, keep his bond set at $1,000. Yeah, and we're waiving his appearance.
I will waive this.
Thank you. Desmond Warren? Okay, good morning, Mr. Warren. Is your date of birth April 16th of 2000? Okay, so I have two cases here. I have 2023 CF1340AO. This is for possession of methamphetamines with a $1,000 bond, destruction of evidence, $150 bond, resisting an officer without violence at a $100 bond. I will stay those bonds and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. There is also a violation of probation in case number 2019 CF11018AO. And that bond has been set at none, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Okay, good luck, sir. Thank you.
He should just be aware he does have reporting requirements.
Okay, thank you. Lance Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Williams. You
Good
are
morning.
here in regards to a violation of probation. Judge Barber did sign the warrant, and this is in case number 2020 CF12559AO. She has set your bond at none. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Are you Timothy Mohammed?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, were you born on March 6th of 1980?
That's correct.
So this is a violation of probation that was signed by Judge Allen in case number 2021 CT 844AW. She has set the bond at none on that case. There is also, is that the same case number? Okay. Okay. So in case number 2021 CT 1884AW, that's also a violation of probation with the bond set at none, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, the first one is a mistake.
Any 33 days or anything? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. You ready for the 33 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hopefully, they're in the order that you like. Antoine Bernardo Neal, That's in 22 CF 14952AO.
Granted, information hasn't been filed. It's not timely.
Let's do this. The next case I have is Amanda Lynn Kennemond, 22 CF 14204AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Enriquez Castro, 2022 CF 15076AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Richard DeVore Fisher, 2022 CF 14991AO.
Granted, case was no billed.
Terriam Larry Ellaby, 22 CF 15053AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Peter Jared Roberts, case number 2022 CF 15066AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Douglas Keith Saunders, 23 CF 204AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Levon Adolphus Thomas, 2022 CF 14495AO.
Denied, information was filed.
Joseph George Bates Jr., 2022 CF 10187AO.
Denied, information was filed.
Antoine Ladson, 2022 CF 13388AO.
Denied, information was filed.
Another Antoine Ladson, this case number is 2022 CF 14946AO.
Denied, information was filed.
And that was it.
And, Your Honor, I do have one more issue to address.
Sure.
The court, just gotta pull back up the email. I received an email on one of your cases, from Ms. Altawam, I believe. Okay. So apparently you issued a capias in case number 2022 CT 118280. So someone from Seminole County actually reached out to Ms. Altawam and explained that the client was being held in Seminole County when the failure to appear occurred, and that all issues he had in Seminole has been resolved, and the only thing that he has is the failure to appear, and they wanted to see if you would quash the capias so that he can be released, because during that time he was incarcerated.
Yeah, if she just puts it in a motion and gets the state attorney to sign off on it, I'll sign it.
Okay, thank you.
My guess is, so my Jay's out today. She's having a medical procedure. So the only thing I can think of is Lori said, hey, instead of sending it to me, send it to the jail so they can print it out and give it to the judge and sign it directly.
Okay, that's what.
Because normally Lori would just do it and I would sign it on the computer and then she e-files it.
Okay.
So I think that's the difference, is Lori just told her to maybe give it to you so you could give it to me.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
Nothing from the state.
When would you guys like to come back? It is currently 10:24.
11:30.
11:30, Your Honor.
What is correct? I gotta go with whatever you guys want to do. So, what's corrections thing?
12.
12? Okay, we'll do 12 o'clock. We'll be back then. Thank you. We'll be in recess until then.
The dial tone goes away after a few seconds.
Well, it should go away right away, but. Can you hear us okay?
I can.
All right, have you been previously sworn?
Was sworn this morning, yes.
I'm having a hard time understanding her.
Madam Interpreter, she's asking if you have previously been sworn.
Yes, I was sworn this morning.
I didn't get that. Could you?
I was sworn this morning.
Okay, thank you. First case we have is 23MM231 and the matter of Carmel Gaspard.
Good afternoon, ma'am. State your name and date of birth, please.
Madame Kijan Vincent et Kilo Fred.
Moi, le Kamel Gaspard. Moi, fait 16 juillet 1973.
16 juillet?
16 juillet 1973.
12 juillet. Okay. My name is Carmel Gaspar. I was born July 12, 1973.
Oh, 16.
Pardon?
16.
Oh, okay. July 16, 73.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the obvious question. Do we need the interpreter?
Est-ce que vous parlez anglais, madame?
On parle a little bit.
I speak a little bit.
Okay, then you need to speak in Creole, please.
Yeah, parlez créole.
I can try.
Do you speak Creole, Miss Gaspard?
Oui, yes.
Okay, then I'm going to need you to conduct these proceedings entirely in Creole, okay?
Okay.
Vous besoin parler créole. Okay.
Ma'am, you've been picked up as a result of battery, touch, or strike.
Vous êtes prêt parce que vous avez fait une attaque sur le monde.
Court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find there's sufficient probable cause.
Et le juge là révisé tout papier et dit que bien assez raison pour yo kende yo.
Sir, if you would, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Monsieur levez main droite.
I said, sir. Raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Donc je nous demande par rapport.
Moi, pas attendez bien.
This is the
Does the
victim in the
gentleman need an interpreter as well?
I don't. Pas attendez bien.
Okay, if I can just intercede with your conversation, I have the victim in the courtroom who needs the interpretation services.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to administer the oath to him, if you would please interpret it. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Monsieur, est-ce que vous pouvez annoncer que vous avez la vérité, toute la vérité, rien que la vérité devant mon Dieu?
Okay. Oui.
Yes.
I need you to respond, sir.
Monsieur a besoin de répondre.
Sir, do you understand the interpreter?
Monsieur, est-ce que vous comprenez l'interprète là? I did not hear.
Okay, you just said you did not understand as well. Do you speak English?
No,
Do you speak Creole?
Creole, yes.
Parlez créole?
Oui.
Yes.
So she is interpreting for the both of you. Do you need her services?
OK, moi-même, je vais interpréter pour tous les deux. Est-ce que vous avez besoin de service, moi?
Oui.
Yes.
Ma'am?
Des fois, la communication coupe pas très bien.
Sometimes the communication is cut off. I don't hear you very well.
Well, we're doing the best that we can under the circumstances.
Nous faisons le mieux que nous capables d'après ces circonstances.
Do you swear to tell the truth, sir?
Est-ce que vous avez dit la vérité, monsieur?
Est-ce que moi qui ça?
If I'm going to do what?
Do you swear to tell the truth?
Est-ce que vous sermentez que vous avez dit la vérité?
Oui.
Yes.
You can put your hand back down.
Vous mettez ses mains.
Sir, as the victim in this matter, you have the opportunity to address the court.
En tant que victime, dans cas ça, monsieur, il a droit de dire, juge là, ça a besoin de dire.
It is not a time to talk about what did or did not happen in this incident.
Il n'a pas besoin de parler sur tout ce qui était fait dans l'incident ça.
It is a time to address what it was you would like to see with regard to release restrictions.
Et Kounia, c'est simplement pour parler avec le juge là, pour dire qu'il est de relâcher dame là, d'accord avec ça.
Please understand that I am not obligated to go with what it is that you wish.
Et ou besoin comprendre que le juge n'est pas obligé d'obéir ça ou t'as voulu fait.
My ruling will be based upon the information I have before me.
Du règlement juge là a basé sur information que tu gagnes devant lui.
With that in mind, what is it that you would like the court to know?
OK, qu'un ça dans tête ou qui ça ou t'as voulu pour juge là connaît.
M'attendez bien, non, qu'à répéter, moi, s'il vous plaît.
I did not hear very well. Can you please repeat? Is it the volume that is too low, Your Honor?
No, actually, you keep kind of fading in and out.
Okay. But it is extremely noisy on my end.
Like, I didn't even understand what you just said. What do you want to try?
Okay. You want to try and come back?
Calling her through speaker and going through my mic.
That definitely does not work. Been there, tried that.
Does that work better if I take myself off the speaker?
Can you understand her better like that?
Vous entendez-moi bien comme ça?
Oui, m'entendez, m'entendez.
They said that she might be too loud, Your Honor, the interpreter.
I have an echo. I'm echoing back to myself very loudly.
I can actually understand you better now than I did previously.
Okay.
All right. Sir, can you understand her better now?
Est-ce que vous êtes capable d'entendre bien, Kounia?
Oui, m'entendez bien, Kounia.
Yes.
Okay. As the victim in this matter, you have the opportunity to address the courts.
Dis, en tant que victime, dans le cas ça, vous avez une chance pour adresser le juge là.
It is not a time to talk about what did or did not happen at this incident.
OK, Kounia, c'est pas le ça pour nous parler de qui ça qui est arrivé.
You can address what it is that you would like to see with regard to release restrictions.
Ou simplement capable d'adresser le juge là à propos de qui ça ou t'a aimé, vivez à propos de qui j'en y a relâché madame là.
While I will take into consideration what it is that you would like to see, I am not obligated to order that.
Dis, malgré que le juge là prend en considération qui ça ou t'a aimé ouais, vivez, il n'est pas obligé prendre et ça ou dire.
My ruling will be based upon the information that I have before me today.
Règlement que la prend a basé sur information que les gagnants devant lui-même jeudi a.
With that in mind, what is it that you would like the court to know?
Dis, est-ce que qui ça ou t'a voulu pour juge là connaît sous cas avec tout ça il faut pour dans tête ou?
Eh, m'ka parler? Oui. Et pas de grosse discussion entre moi-même avec madame. Moi, c'est pour un bagage téléphone seulement qui était juste gagné. Qu'on y a là, téléphone travail, moi. L'aime lever qu'on y a là pour mal travail. L'aile, tu prends le téléphone, là. Moi, tu es pour te bon téléphone, là.
Okay. It's not a big story that happened between me and my wife. It's just about something about the telephone. I was going to work, and when my phone rang.
Oui, qu'on y a.
I've asked you not to talk about what did or did not happen during the incident.
OK. Juge la mandé ou pas parler de ça qui t'est arrivé pendant bagay là. Qui ça qui t'est arrivé? Pas parler de ça.
In this proceeding, I will be determining whether she's allowed to return home and whether you are allowed to have any contact.
Ça qu'a fait jeudi a, Kounia seulement c'est décider si madame la capable sortir de prison pour lui retourner la caille là et qui genre de contact lui besoin gagner ensemble avec vous.
If something were to happen like this again, would you call the police?
Si on va gagner constat à privé encore, est-ce que vous appelez la police?
But j'aimerais la voler.
I would never call the police.
Well,
T'as résoudre ça avec madame, moi.
Pardon?
Moi, qu'à résoudre le problème avec madame, moi.
I can resolve my problems that I have with my wife.
sir, if something like this were to happen and you felt in fear or that she got physically violent with you, would you call the police?
Si on va gagner constat arrivé encore et que madame là t'es commencé violente ensemble avec vous et que vous t'es peur pour sécurité, est-ce que vous appelez la police?
Et m'pa garanti ça privé, c'est jalousie qui cause et ça arrivé là. C'est ça.
It's because of her jealousy.
Is that a yes or a no?
Est-ce que c'est oui ou bien ou non?
Ça pas privé là pour l'arriver dans la police.
It's not going to arrive to the point that I would need to call the police.
If something came about that you would need to call the police, would you call the police?
Si on bagay t'arrive, que ou t'as besoin de la police, est-ce que ou t'as relé la police?
Oui, c'est normal que le soit bagarre là, c'est la police qui t'a tranché, pour qui tranché. Bon.
Yes, so something like that, it would be normal for the police to take a decision.
Okay, so I'm asking you, if something like that were to happen, would you call the police? It's yes or no.
Si on bagay comme ça t'arrive, si ou t'as senti ou en danger, est-ce que ou t'as relé la police? So oui ou bien ou non?
Oui, m'a brûlé la police.
Yes, I would call the police.
Thank you. Anything else you would like me to know?
Est-ce que ou bien quelque autre bagay ou t'as le juge la connaît?
Et bon, pas rien grave. Tout simplement, et je voulais réconcilier avec madame pour nous aller à la caille, pour nous continuer à vivre.
It was not anything serious. I would like to be able to reconcile with my wife, for her to come home, so we can continue with our life.
She qualifies for pretrial release with a bond.
The juge là a quitté date la sortie en relâche avant procès.
A bond will be set in the amount of $1,000.
Il va mettre un bond de $1,000.
It will allow her to return to the home.
Madame là est capable de retourner la caille là.
There's to be no hostile contact with Shanae Louise Jacques.
Il n'est pas capable de gagner aucun mauvais contact avec Louis Jacques.
Ms. Gaspard, if you feel that you are getting upset with him,
Madame Gaspard, si vous commencez à penser que vous fâchez avec monsieur,
or angry with him,
ou bien que vous commencez vraiment à vous battre,
then you need to remove yourself from the situation.
vous avez besoin de retirer ça de situation.
If you do not, and the police are called by anyone, you are the one that will be going back to jail.
Si vous pas fait ça et que quelqu'un relève la police pour nous, il a reprend, il a remettre en prison.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Est-ce que vous comprenez?
Moi, comprends.
I understand.
All right, thank you.
Okay, merci.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Is
Madam
that the only one for the interpreter?
That's the only case we have for you today. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter. I have been previously sworn.
Good afternoon, Ms. Barrera. This is Judge Arendis. I am in Fort E in Osceola County. Looks like we might have two cases for you for initial appearances that are being conducted with the jail through the screen. First case is 23MM236, Gualberto Padilla Ortiz.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's approaching. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Por favor, dígame su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento despacito y en voz alta, por favor.
Gualberto Padilla Ortiz. Y la fecha de nacimiento es 23 de mayo del 87.
Luis Alberto Padilla Ortiz, and the date of birth is 23rd of May, 1987.
Sir, you've been picked up as a result of a battery, touch, or strike.
Señor, usted fue detenido por un cargo de agresión, tocar o golpear.
The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find there's sufficient probable cause.
El tribunal ha revisado la affidavit de cargos, determinamos que existen indicios razonables.
You qualify for pretrial release with a bond.
Usted reúne requisitos para la libertad provisional con una fianza.
The bond will be set in the amount of $1,000.
La fianza estará programada en $1,000.
As conditions of your bond, you are not to return to the Sunshine Inn.
Como condiciones de su libertad, no se le permite regresar al Sunshine Inn.
You can go back one time with the assistance of law enforcement to obtain your personal items only.
Se le permitirá regresar una sola vez acompañado de un agente de orden público para recopilar sus pertenencias personales.
Additionally, you are not to have any contact with Tanya Padilla.
Tampoco se le permitirá el contacto con Tania Padilla.
No contact means no in-person contact.
Prohibición de contacto significa personal o presencialmente
No third-party contact.
o por tercera parte,
No social media contact.
redes sociales.
No telephone contact.
No puede tener contacto telefónico.
No contact whatsoever.
No puede tener contacto en absoluto.
And that begins right now.
Y eso comienza en este mismo momento.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
No, solo una. Ella tiene mis pertenencias y tiene mi cartera con el dinero. ¿Cómo
Well, I just have one. She has my wallet, my belongings, and my wallet with my money. How would I get that?
Well, I said that you can go back one time with the assistance of law enforcement to obtain your personal items only.
Ya le había indicado que usted se le permitirá regresar una sola vez acompañado de un agente de orden público para recopilar sus pertenencias personales solamente.
Pero ¿cómo voy a hacer para la fianza? Porque ella tiene la cartera.
But how do I manage the bond? Because she's got my wallet.
I can't help you with that, sir.
Yo con eso no la puedo ayudar, caballero.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Padilla has been appointed to the Public Defender Office, Your Honor.
Si me permite su señoría, al señor Padilla le han designado las oficinas al defensor público.
Counsel, I made the announcement at the beginning of my opening that they are provisionally appointed for everyone unless they have already refused.
Licenciada, había iniciado yo inicialmente cuando comencé mi declaración de que todos están aprobados de manera provisionalmente a que no sea que tengan ya contratado su propio abogado.
If he needs your services after today, he needs to complete the application.
Si él necesitará sus servicios después del día de hoy, tiene que completar la solicitud.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, su señoría.
Thank you. Next case, 23CT478 and 23CT479, Brian Pagaro Seta. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Por favor, dígame su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento despacito y en voz alta, por favor.
Brian Peguero, 10/28 del 99.
Brian Peguero, 10/28 of 99.
Sir, you've been picked up as a result of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs,
Señor, usted fue detenido por conducir bajo los efectos de drogas o alcohol,
as well as reckless driving.
al igual que conducir imprudentemente.
The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I find there's sufficient probable cause on both counts.
El tribunal ha revisado la affidavit de cargos, determinó que existen indicios razonables para ambos cargos.
You do not qualify for pretrial release.
Usted no reúne requisitos para la libertad provisional.
Bond to be set on count one in the amount of $500.
La fianza estará programada en el primer cargo en $500.
You are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs.
No se permitirá portar o ingerir alcohol o drogas.
Bond to be set on the reckless driving in the amount of $500.
Y en el cargo de conducir imprudentemente se le programará fianza de $500.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, caballero.
Herrera, would you mind making an announcement just to make sure we haven't missed anyone?
Certainly, Your Honor. Su atención, por favor, si hay alguna persona presente que necesite los servicios del intérprete en español, por favor, alce la mano en este momento.
Thank you, Mr. Barrera. Have a good afternoon.
You as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, Luis Guzman bonded prior. I believe that's the next case.
He bonded?
Luis Guzman, yes. According to the email, you can verify with Public defender. Yes.
Counsel, is Luis Ramon Guzman there, or did he bond? We received information he bonded. I just want to make sure he's not there.
Yes, Your Honor, he bonded.
Thank you. Kista Thorsby.
President approach him.
Good afternoon, ma'am. State your name and date of birth, please.
Kista Thorsby, 3/15/97.
Thank you. Ma'am, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant for failure to appear in case number 22 CT 42810 out of Orange County. There is a $150 bond on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cornelius Thompson.
President approach him.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Cornelius Thompson, 9/19/88.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson, you've been picked up on a warrant out of Miami-Dade County in case number F23001211. There's no bond on that. They will be informed that you're here and ready for pickup. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gabriel Santana.
He bonded out, Your Honor.
We didn't get an email about.
I'm not sure how he did that when his warrant was at 0.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he's here, Your Honor.
Okay.
They told me previously.
No worries. I was just wondering how that would have happened with his warrant being at 0. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Gabriel Santana, February 10th, 1997.
Thank you. Mr. Santana, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant out of Orange County in case 22 CF 30360. There's no bond on that, sir. They will be notified you're ready for pickup.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Stewart Smith, 22 CF 228.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nathaniel Smith, 12/8/84, December 8th.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant for violation of probation in case number 22 CF 228. There's no bond on that, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, is this Mr. Smith? Nathaniel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, the defense would like to request for Nathaniel to be released in their own recognizance because I have been informed by the jail staff that Mr. Smith does have a Baker Act hold, and they will transport him direct to Park Place to receive the proper assistance and care there.
Counsel, they will have to address that with Judge Karsten, who is the one that issued the warrants.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isha Lynn Vandemont.
President approaching.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. State your name and date of birth, please.
Keisha Vandemont, 3/15/91.
Ms. Vandemont, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant for violation of probation in case 2020 CF 803. There's no bond on that, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Henry James Brown.
President approaching.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Henry Brown, 10/165.
Mr. Brown, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant for violation of probation in case 22 CF 536. There's no bond on that, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Donald Lee Barber, violent felon of special concern.
Donald Barber, 12/24/1982.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up as a result of a warrant for violation of probation in case number 18 CF 285. There's no bond on that, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, wait, I think there's another one. Hold on.
Yes,
There is. There's another one. Mr. Barber, can you come back up, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I apologize, I missed one. There's also a warrant here for violation of probation for 17 CF 2674. There's no bond on that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Joseph Armstrong? Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Joseph Michael Armstrong, 10/20/95.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up as a result of a failure to appear warrant in case 22 MM2063. The bond the judge set is $5,000. Thank you. Julian Aguirre. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Julian Aguirre, 0313-2000.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up as a result of an arrest warrant for burglary in an occupied dwelling with forced entry, criminal mischief, and simple assault. Probable cause was found when that warrant was issued. I have reviewed it and I do concur with the finding. You qualify for pretrial release with a bond. Bond will be set as follows. Assault simple will be set at $500. The burglary on occupied dwelling with forced entry will be set at $5,000. And criminal mischief will be set at $250. You're not to have any contact with Ariana Colon Morales. No contact means no in-person contact, no third-party contact, no social media contact, no telephone contact, no contact whatsoever, and it starts right now. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Additionally, you are not to return to 3183 Crestwood Circle. And you're to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thaddeus Baxter.
Your Honor, he's in detoxing.
All right, we will roll him to when he is available.
With IV, that's what my understanding. Can we have reset for tomorrow?
We're going to reset it for when he's available.
Okay, Your Honor. Do we know?
We do that because we don't know how long he's going to be in detox. So when he's ready, they will bring him over.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. D. Blue. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
03-09-1988.
Thank you, sir. I've been picked up on a couple of matters. The first case involves selling cocaine as Scheduled 2, attempt, manufacturing, delivering drug paraphernalia, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find that there is sufficient probable cause. Apparently, you qualify for direct pretrial release, but given the charges, the court is not going to grant a direct pretrial release. Bond on count 1 with pretrial release will be set in the amount of $1,500. Count 2, the amount of $2,500, and count 3 will be set in the amount of $1,000. You are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. Additionally, there is a driving while license suspended or an equivalent status. Court has reviewed that charging affidavit. I do find there's sufficient probable cause. Court will grant a direct pretrial release on that case. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
James Bodner. Counsel, I think he has a question for you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. For the first case, 23 CF 307, you said the first count is 1,500?
15,000.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, there's an extra zero.
That's how I have it, I just making sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth,
Good
please.
afternoon, Your Honor. James Bodner, 10-4-88.
Thank you. Mr. Bodner, you've been picked up as a result of domestic battery by strangulation. The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find that there's sufficient probable cause. You qualify for pretrial release with a bond. That bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. You're not to have any contact with Lexus Hurd. No contact means no in-person contact, no third-party contact, no social media contact, no telephone contact, no contact whatsoever, and it starts right now. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. May I ask one question? When it pertains to our child?
If you give me just a moment, I'm not done. Thank you. I do need clarification. Do you reside at Celebration Suites, or do you two reside at the Saralago Hotel?
I live at Celebration Suites. My manager actually pays my rent for me, and he takes it directly out my check.
Where does she live?
She was living with me, but I kicked her out yesterday throughout this whole situation, and that's, yeah. She's no longer allowed to be around me.
Well, that's true, but here's my question. Did you have her evicted, or are you just saying you kicked her out?
No, the front desk told her she was no longer welcome, because this isn't the first time that she has caused an issue with me.
Ms. Morales, do you have confirmation that she's not there anymore?
I don't, Your Honor. I don't know if, were you guys able to speak with the victim?
She was actually picked up by her friend Elijah Piercy, and she moved to Orlando with her.
Well, until the state can confirm that information, you cannot go back to Celebration Suites. Once they confirm that information, then I will lift that restriction.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. You're not to possess any weapons, firearms, or ammunition. You said you had a question regarding a mutual child you have together.
Yes, am I allowed to see my child?
As long as it doesn't involve you contacting her or having anyone contact her,
So how?
I've not made that restriction.
Okay.
Your Honor, can he have one time return to pick his belonging until the matter is resolved?
You can go back one time with the assistance of law enforcement to obtain his personal items only until such time as it's confirmed she's not there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Daniel Colazzo.
Daniel, he is in detox, Your Honor, as well.
All right, we will reset him for when he is available.
We don't have the date.
I'm aware.
All right.
Raul Navarro.
Present and approaching.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Ronald Navarro Jr., 09/29/1989.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up on a couple of matters. The first is possession with the intent to sell or manufacture cocaine, possession or use of drug paraphernalia, and possession of controlled substance with a prescription, to wit, methamphetamines. The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find there is sufficient probable cause. We do not qualify for pretrial release. Bond will be set on count one in the amount of $7,500. Count two, $500. Count three, $1,500. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. The next matter is actually a violation of probation. It was an on-view violation for 22 CF 1710. That matter is set at 0. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nicole Rosa.
Present and approaching.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good afternoon. State your name and date of birth, please.
Nicole Rosa, 07/24/1998.
Thank you. Ma'am, you've been picked up as a result of battery, touch, or strike. The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find that there is sufficient probable cause. It appears that pretrial release spoke with the victim. He is requesting contact and for you to return home.
Sorry, I can't hear.
We can hear you, Your Honor.
I couldn't hear the last thing, sorry. You're saying.
Okay, we ready to listen? Apparently, pretrial release spoke with the victim, and he is wishing to have contact and for you to return home. Did you hear me that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So the order will be pretrial release with a $500 bond. You're to have no hostile contact with Brian Peguero. If you find that you are getting upset for any reason whatsoever, getting upset with him, getting angry, you need to remove yourself from the situation, because if you do not, and police are called by anyone, you are the one that will be returned to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs, and the court is specifically ordering a urinalysis randomly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dwayne Velma.
Present and approaching.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
December 21st, 1980.
And what is your name?
Dwayne Bill.
Thank you. Sir, you've been picked up as a result of carrying a concealed firearm as well as resisting arrest without violence. The court has reviewed the charging affidavit. I do find there is sufficient probable cause. You do not qualify for pretrial release. Court will set bond as follows. On the carrying concealed firearm, it would be $1,000. Resisting arrest without violence will be $500. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs, and you're not to possess any weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hillary Wissert, sir, you can have a seat.
Your Honor, the defense would like to request if she can be released in her own cognizance, because I've been informed also that, that Mrs. Wizard does have a Baker Act hold, and they will transport her directly to Park Place to receive the proper assistance, Your Honor.
State, given the facts of this particular situation, I'm just a little bit concerned about that.
As am I, Your Honor. If the court's considering PTR, I think I would ask for the mental health PTR. My concern with just the ROR is that there's going to be no conditions at all. And this seemed to have escalated rather quickly and dangerously, which is the concern that state has.
Yeah, normally I would grant that, counsel, but I can't do that today, given the facts of this particular situation, this charging affidavit. Ms. Jenkins, is there a possibility for mental health PTR at all, or no? No? Okay. How about PTR with mental health? She's like, I know you're trying to just change it up on me.
Give me a minute, I can call and find out.
If you would, please.
And then, Your Honor, I believe there's.
It's her mother,
Oh, yeah.
but she needs the interpreter, and she's not a victim.
Understood. I just wanted us to acknowledge on the record.
The deputy let me know.
All right.
Counsel, we have PTR verifying whether she can do PTR with mental health.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Wizard, do she qualify? Hold on. No. She don't qualify because she on suicide watch.
We can still do conditions with an ROR. All right, the court's going to release her ROR strictly for the Baker Act and the Baker Act only. If that is not happening, she does not get released. The conditions of her release is going to be no return to 567 Bitterwood Court. She can go back one time with the assistance of law enforcement to obtain her personal items only. She's to have no hostile or in-person contact with the victim. And she is to maintain a separate residence from him. And because I think we all started going off down the yellow brick road, PC is found.
PC is fine.
So if there ends up being an issue with her being released ROR for the Baker Act, then they can always reschedule her to come back and see me, or they can contact me directly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, you can have a seat. Joseph Bruno, State, did you get the supplement on this one?
This is a reset from yesterday, Your Honor.
I'm aware.
Your Honor,
Hold on one second, sir.
My associate counsel did email the officers. We got a response. I did not receive any supplement. I was told that it was going to be sent to the clerks. I did not see it on Benchmark, and I have been made aware that they don't have any other information. So at this point, unfortunately, the state doesn't have any information for the court, Your Honor.
But you were told that it was sent?
I was, yes. We have an email from Officer Lawson advising that they were submitting us like an amended affidavit that would have had the information that was on his supplemental report.
Let's see if I just missed it. afternoon, sir. State your name and date of birth, please.
Joseph Michael Bruno, 05/28/1971.
Thank you. Mr. Bruno, apparently the information that I've asked for is en route, but nobody seems to know where it is, and I'm not inclined to hold you on this particular charge, given that circumstance. So the court will ROR you on this case, but it does appear that you are out on bond for 23 CT 12. Court will be revoking and setting at 0. Thank you. Counsel, is that everyone over there?
Yes, Your Honor, everybody.
All right, thank you. Have a good